Hey, Max here, and I got a hot topic for you Star Wars fans, you Rian Johnson fans, because it's an updated speculation on his trilogy and how it's never gonna happen. And the reason I wanted to revisit it is because some other stuff that happened in Star Wars this week with the article about his life being threatened. And that's not cool. I don't like the guy. I don't like the direction he took Star Wars. But no, threatening anyone's life is not cool. That's what we're going to talk about. And then also, Mark Hamill is done. And that's why I 100% believe he will never get anything in Star Wars again. No one is going to forgive him for the way. And it's obvious if Mark Hamill's done, he was a champion for Star Wars. Fans are not going to forgive him for this. So, I want to give a disclaimer first. Warning! This video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and a Mad Max. And I'm mad because I think this is the worst treatment of an actor and a character in movie history. This is the worst way for him to go out. And that's why Ryan is never going to get any... He's never going to touch Star Wars again. And don't threaten anybody. Not cool. I'm going to give you an alternative. Because this is what I really want to happen to Ryan. I want him to live a long, long life. But away from Star Wars. Okay, and here... Let's get on to this topic. They're never going to comment on his trilogy while they have a press tour and while they're trying to sell Blu-rays. And now we know it's over thanks to Mark getting super real lately. He is done, and so is Ryan. But this is also where I want to say, you Star Wars fans, again, I'm upset too, but I don't think we should ever threaten anyone's life over this. Yes, he ruined Star Wars. Yes, he killed both Luke Skywalker and also Mark Hamill's joy, but he does not deserve to have his life threatened. So, this is the article that came out recently. There were death threats. It's balanced by a few things. 90% of the stuff I got online was not only lovely and encouraging, Star Wars love, and encouraging, but phenomenally thoughtful. Fans would send me essays on the movie. The other 10%, maybe that's us. Are we just 10%? Is that why it's still trending to talk about how bad Star Wars is this many months after the debut? Is that why 10%? Okay, is just loud and gets amplified. At first, I was freaked out, but then I realized the things people were angry about are the things I'm most proud about. So he's proud that we're upset. But here's what I read into it. This is where I read what I'm reading from this. Those 90%, is he thinking of the Rotten Tomatoes? Because those are critics, and critics are not the people ruin. And I think it's much larger than 10%. If you haven't checked out my video, Rian Johnson Liar Liar, I think this might fall into that too, because it is not 10%. No way. Not 4 months later that it's still being talked about this much, that only 10% of the fans are upset with it. And this was a recent article, so there you go. Now we'll get on to, and this is, I had the most fun making this thumbnail. I enjoyed every moment making this thumbnail. Yes, he killed both Luke Skywalker and also Mark Hamill's joy. But he deserves to live as long as possible and as far, far away from Star Wars as possible. Ryan, I wish you a long life, and I wish it to be away from Star Wars, because Star Wars doesn't escape death's sweet release and reprieve. It's already dead, and you and Disney are carting it around like a weekend at Bernie's corpse. So, this is what I wish for you.
A future of eternal fansplaining. Keep going until you try and convince yourself the movie was good. To be honest, I hope it is the circumstances in my video thumbnail where you can't reach your Jedi Path books or your phone to reply on Twitter. An eternal Futurama life. That's what I wish for you. But let's be real. We all know he is never going to get it. And I put the burden on proof to you that love The Last Jedi that it's going to. We know Disney loves money. We know Disney can feel pressure from stockholders. Star Wars is still trending, and it's not in the good way. People are still talking about The Last Jedi. Are they still talking about it because it was amazing? No, and that's why it's never going to happen. And poor Mark Hamill, I mentioned this before. I cannot think of a franchise character or an actor that was treated this bad. He had to sit on the sidelines during the Force Awakens table read when he was the most eager out of the original cast. And then he had to deal with this junk. He has been a champion for Star Wars for years, even when it wasn't the most popular. Star Wars has always been a popular franchise, but there were some down years. He was always a champion for it, and he was treated the worst. He seems like an optimistic and happy person yearning for adventure. That's why Luke worked in A New Hope, because Mark Hamill was shining through at the binary sunset from A New Hope. That's why it works so well. And that is why I know he will never get Star Wars again. Because we're not going to let it happen. And I predict, and I put my speculate responsibility cred on the line as a Star Wars rumor channel, that this will never happen. I don't even think we're ever going to get an official word from Lucasfilm. So those people that want everything fact-checked, it's never going to happen. They're just going to keep announcing new stuff. They're not going to say it's canceled. That would admit they're wrong. They're just going to constantly announce new stuff, but it's never going to happen. This is the other image I was thinking. I just was having fun with this one. Tell me what you think of my thumbnails there. I want to know. But hey, Star Wars Explained. Everyone that wants everything explained to you. Those internet fact checkers. Please show me one official comment about progress on Rian Johnson's trilogy since The Last Jedi was released in theaters. Because I didn't see it. I saw some stuff from him and Ram Bergman, his producer. But I don't see any official comment from Lucasfilm since it debuted. Since the backlash hit, there hasn't been nothing. That rumors about his trilogy starting filming in Ireland, that was about episode 9. And I decided to include 2 comments in this one. If you want me to include more comments, keep them coming. Necklord88. Star Wars Explained. Haha. How can anyone make videos about explaining The Last Jedi when that dumpster fire gave fans nothing to speculate about? And I think that's why you saw that series. The recent series that may be over, we'll see. Laugh out loud. That movie trashed everything The Force Awakens set up. Rian Johnson seemed to end the trilogy halfway through. Yes, it's really done now, especially if Mark's gone. No wonder his views are going down. And that really shows. They're reaching, they're upset that the trending Star Wars videos are still the ones that are criticizing it. You're starting to see the cracks. You can have 400,000 subscribers and you could be hurting for views. And that's why the conversation about bias is so important. Okay, and then a next comment. Jeffrey Grimm. This is a very interesting comment. And I do have things to say about it, but okay, we'll just get to the comment first. The problem starts when fans start treating this community as a business.
They might as well join the shills at Colluder and sell their fan souls to the mouse. Fandom is mainly about sharing what we care about with each other. Star Wars is suffering because it was become so popular that there is a lot of money to be made just by claiming to be a fan now. And those people are definitely not keeping it real. Great discussion as always. This is a complex comment, and it's a very interesting comment, and it's one that'll be tough for me to make a video on, but if you really want to see it, if you want me to keep as real as possible, I will try to do it. I'm not on a high horse either, okay? I do not, you know, at the end of my videos, I say I'm not for Patreon. I don't need you to follow me. I'm not for Movie Talk Cam Girl, and that can put some heat on me because there are a lot on both sides of this issue that are for it. And I'm not saying you shouldn't make any money either. That's an oversimplification. I think you should be rewarded for hard work. But is it getting to the point where it's too much? Are we criticizing people in organizations and companies and show critics, but we might be becoming a show for money that we get from these videos? And are we replacing a big corporation that nickels and dimes us with representation that does talk about the issues, but are we also getting nickeled and dimed? I think we should make money for hard work, but I think there's a point where it gets too much. I think that it's getting a little bit past that point, and that this is me being 100% real. It's not going to make me popular. Here's some more realness for you. I never intend to be a big YouTuber. I intend to just talk about it with you guys, with you viewers. Talk about real issues. I don't expect to be big. I'm not a rock star, okay? I'm just a guy. I'm just a fan. I'm a viewer like all of you. I don't expect much from this. I just expect to talk about it. And yeah, to be completely transparent, I'd like to make a little bit. I don't feel myself as greedy though. I think the reason it's getting so aggressive right now and in the last week that you see is because there is a lot of money on the line. There's a lot of issues to talk about, but I also think that doesn't mean we should stop making videos either, because one thing that really does benefit, even if you're making money on this moment in Star Wars history, because this is the craziest moment in Star Wars history to me. Even if you're riding the wave, making some dollars, I think it's important to keep making those videos, because if Star Wars is not cool anymore, they're going to get the picture. And I think they're finally starting to. And the reason I think they're finally starting to is this business with that series. But I don't want to comment on that series again, because I think it's done. It would be crazy to try to bring that series back now. But if you want a full episode on that and me keeping it as real as possible, I will. It's not going to make me popular with other channels. And that's honestly, if you want even more realness, that's why you're not going to see me doing much collaborations with other channels either. And that's fine. I'm probably not going to change my channel much. I've kind of found my rhythm of what I want to do, and I don't need to do that. So honestly, it's not going to make me very popular either way. Okay. But I do think that we all should be as loud as possible, because it's important to talk about. So don't be silent now. Rant on, my friends. This is the most important time in Star Wars movie history. And it's very apparent because it's still trending. It's still being talked about a lot. And there's news articles. The media is on it too. They know this is hot topic buttons, issues. That's why articles keep coming out every single day. They're making money off it too. Everyone is. Everyone's making money off of it right now, but it's not talking about how great Last Jedi was. So, and this is from that viewer comment, and I appreciate it. Did I say your name? Let me go back. Jeffrey Grimm, thanks for your, because I want to make sure I gave you your name in the shout out. Thanks again. But I want to remind you again, you don't have to follow me anywhere. Following is creepy. I really do. My real opinion is Patreon stinks. YouTube is enough of a platform to talk about issues, make some money, but I don't want to be greedy. And I'm sick of Patreon. My mother might have Patreon. I'm not going to do Patreon. That's how much I'm against Patreon. TeePublic? Come on. T-shirts for everything? Lame. And then the biggest thing that's been starting now, maybe I'll do a hot topic on this too. Now, World Class Videos, World Class Bullshitters does some awesome show videos. And I didn't want to, I'm not trying to copy that either, but I have a lot to say about John Campea because I've been following him for years, since the AMC days. And I think he really did start this trend with the movie Talk Cam Girls, and I'm really getting sick of it. I think people should be rewarded for their hard work, but I mean, it is an option for YouTubers, but it's a little bit much for me. If you want a question answered, just comment below. I try to answer as much as possible, and you'll never be charged for it. I mean, even if it's a tip, you want to give tips? No. Comment below. Your comment is enough of a tip for me. I work for comments. I don't work for tips. So, that's all for now. I appreciate you watching. I'll catch you on the next hot topic. Bye.